since you started, what would you say has been your biggest loss?
Yeah, I think my biggest loss since I launched Kubehene will be something that happened as a result of non-extensive research into how to preserve my products. So when I started Kubehene Plastic and I transitioned to Kubehene Cool and Crunchy, I did a research on how to preserve the coconut water in the bottle. So what happened was, with my first ever production, I hadn't extensively researched into the degrees Fahrenheit or the temperature that it had to be to make sure that it's not going to go bad. So I just produced quickly, put them in the fridge, and the lights went off.
Oh,
Instead of the freezer. So I put them in the fridge, the lights went off, and by the time the lights could come back, all the bottles I produced had gone bad. That was almost 200 bottles. That was my first biggest loss. It really hits me, but I took it as a learning curve to be able to better my preservation methods and ensure that that doesn't recur. So now I've gotten a better grasp, a better understanding over the years on how to preserve our products, how to make sure that they can have a lengthier shelf life and they can be well preserved before it reaches the market.
okay. What does branding mean to you?
Now, one mistake that most entrepreneurs make, most young entrepreneurs make, myself inclusive, when I was starting, we are mostly driven by passion, like you rightly said. So we are excited that we have a new product out there, or I was able to bring out this innovative idea. This is my finished product, and we decide to go all out to make it look appealing, make it look nice, make it look beautiful, forgetting about the market price. How much is someone willing to buy this product for, and what price is reasonable? And someone willing to pay 20 Ghana cedis for one coconut, which is engraved. And at the end of the day, he's just going to sip out the content. He's not going to separate his room with the engraved coconut core. He's going to throw it away. So there always has to be that even balance between what you are investing in the business and what the market price is willing to pay. That will help you to be able to decide on your cost price, your selling price, and then you can realize actual profits that can go back into the business.
Many people think of being jack of all trades. What is your take on that? Is it creating, because there is a whole lot of ceremonies out there, how you can create multiple streams of income, and in an attempt to create multiple streams of income, and the question is, how do people still maintain the focus on the brand that they want to do? What is your take?
There is nothing wrong being a jack of all trades. The problem is people become jack of all trades too early, at a very infant stage of their business. So I look at a business as building a house. Now, assuming I wanted to build a house, there's a clear process to run through. I need to go through the foundational stages, start laying the blocks, get to lintel level, do the roofing. Now, if you are building a business and the business is the house, and I get to the foundation level, I leave it and I start another foundation, which is also another business. And I leave that and I start another foundation. When are we going to get a complete house that becomes useful and profitable?
How did you do your audience analysis or your consumer analysis to know which people are really focusing on? Because you definitely cannot reach everybody.
For us as Kubehene, we don't want to be tagged as the business that only focuses on the upper class in society. Middle class, who is a government worker, to be able to buy Kubehene products. The president to be able to buy Kubehene products. Mark Zuckerberg, Warren Buffett, all those ranges to be able to afford our products. So, depending on your business model, you can either decide to be a Bugatti or a Toyota.
So in terms of standardization, what have been some of the steps you've taken?
Now, when I started initially with Kubehene Cool and Crunchy, because of the preservation method, we were running it more as an on-demand product. So maybe once we do the preservation, we do the production, we preserve it, and then it's available for ready consumption. So just like you treat the fresh juice products markets, that's the focus that we give to it. But now with the other range of products that we have, which have a better shelf life, which can be on the shelf for several months and years without having any issues, we are really going hard on standardization to make sure that we give the FDA seal, we get the GFC seal, we have our tax stamps as well to make sure that when we are ready to begin exports on a larger scale, we don't have any hitches. And I think to sort of bear with the existing entrepreneurs who don't have the GSC and the FDA yet, I think I'll use this platform as an appeal to the government and all the government organizations to make it a bit easier for entrepreneurs to access these standardization.
Because it should be simple.
It's quite strenuous, and sometimes the capital investment that is being required to have your product standardized is almost talking about the initial capital of an entrepreneur. So I understand why most of these entrepreneurs don't have their product standardized yet. They want to do it, they know that is what they have to do, they want to be done, but they don't have the resources.